Hey, hello everybody. So last time we kind of got our toes wet in Locke's empiricism. So today we're going to be talking about two distinctions from an essay concerning human understanding. So first, there's the distinction between simple sensations and complex ideas. A simple sensation, it's kind of like a simple sense idea. It's this is just the information taken up from the senses. So, for instance, take eating an apple, right? Picking up an apple, biting down into it, ripping it off, chewing it, all of these sorts of things. That activity is one activity, right? But we might also say that it's a bunch of little perceptions, right? We don't just sense one thing when we're eating the apple. No, when we're eating the apple, we're holding it. We feel the texture on our fingers. We feel the texture on our teeth as we bite into it. We feel or we taste the flavors, and we can feel the juices of the apple, right? All of these perceptions are rolled up in eating an apple. Okay, so um, so Locke wants to say is that we take in all of these simple sensations when we do various activities, and and but what we can do by way of reflection, like we said last time, um, by way of reflection, we can sort of break down all of these simple sensations and put them together in what are known as complex ideas. So we can turn what is a discombobulated set of simple sensations into a complex idea. And so, for instance, what would normally be a set of simple sensations uh, uh, that are related to eating apples, we turn that into the complex idea, eating an apple, right? So we do this for all activities, right? According to Locke, we sort of take in all the things and then we put them together by way of reason and reflection, right? Okay, so that's the first distinction that Locke gives us. The second distinction is also very interesting. So, this is the distinction between primary and secondary qualities. According to Locke, primary qualities are qualities that are objectively part of some object, right? So, take your textbook, for instance. There are a number of features about this textbook that we can identify, right? The first thing is the size, right? The weight, um, whether or not the thing is in motion. These are all attributes of the thing that are primary qualities, right? So these things are objectively part of the book. Okay, now what the heck's that mean? That means that when we ascribe those features to that thing, they actually really are part of that thing, right? It's not something about us, rather it's something about the thing itself, right? Secondary qualities are a little bit different. Secondary qualities are not part of the object, but that things that cause something in us. So for instance, when I taste something, maybe if I were to taste the textbook, if I taste the textbook, it's going to taste bad in my mouth, right? But we don't think that the textbook's flavor is something objective about the textbook. Rather, it's how I am perceiving the textbook, right? Similarly, the color, it's a pretty cover with lots of colors. But the colors of the textbook cover and the colors of the back of the textbook, those things are not part of the textbook itself. Rather, it's something that I am picking up from the textbook, right? There's something that the textbook is causing in me to make me see it in that way. And so, if I were, for instance, if I were colorblind, I would see different colors. And so it follows that color is not something that's like objectively part of the thing, according to Locke. Similarly, the kind of sounds that it makes as well. Um, the kinds of noises that the textbook makes. Um, that's not something that is directly part of the textbook. Rather, that's how we're interpreting or we are perceiving various elements of the book. So, um, today we've talked about simple sensations and complex ideas, right? And how those are different. Complex ideas are sets of simple sensations that we ascribe concepts or languages to, right? Or words, not languages to. Um, and then primary and secondary qualities have to do with whether or not a quality is part of the object itself or is something that that the thing causes in us, right? That we perceive. Okay. Thank you so much.